again, Lily.
Hello.
11 years since we first met. You're a teenager up in Queensland promoting Mental, a Universal release.
Still making it up, still pretending I know how to act.
And Alyssa, I've been a fan of your work for such a long time. It's great to meet you as well.
Thank you. It's lovely to meet you too.
Flying under the radar, Alyssa, definitely. And in a lead like this, how did you get the role? Were you handpicked?
Oh, I'd love to say I was. After I auditioned for it, sure.
Yes.
I auditioned for the role. I'd actually met Lee before in Ireland while I was shooting Vikings. And I made a tape with a friend of mine who has a lot of horror film knowledge. And then I found out that he wanted to have a chat.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Almost like dual leads, Lily. You're pretty handy with a chainsaw. Was there any training involved?
Chainsaw training.
Chainsaw training. Oh, there was all sorts of absurd training, I feel like, for this movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did. And there were points where I was just like, I can't hold a chainsaw above my head when we're on the 50th take and the 70th hour. But yeah, there was definitely chainsaw training. It was a hazard, one might say.
It seems like it might have been.
Hazard.
Well, you kept up the believability, so well done.
Thanks.
I'm guessing you're going to get asked this a lot, but there's a lot of blood involved. Was it sticky? Was it makeup? I bet you were best friends with the hair and makeup people, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I spent a long time with my prosthetics team. Yeah, we had many hours together, and we listened to all kinds of music and podcasts to while it away. Yeah.
But yeah, the blood was horrifically sticky. Like, there'll be points where your arms, I'd walk around with a spray bottle of water so I could release myself, so then I could extend my arm and then spray the other side and then go lay in my trailer and stick to all the sheets and get up, and it would be attached, and I was covered in absolute carnage and bruises. It was ruthless. And also set dressing that every day. It's
so much.
Great.
Yeah, you got it more than I did.
I did.
Yeah.
You think 10 pages in a script is not going to end up being 5 weeks covered in blood.
You do now.
Yeah, we'll get that done in 3 days.
I didn't know you were a contortionist. You did very well. Was that training involved as well?
Yeah, there was a bit, but I did gymnastics when I was younger, and I actually got really obsessed with doing circus classes in my 20s. And I did actual contortion classes. Having said that, I will disappoint you by telling you that it was a double.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a brutal film, but in between takes, was it calm on set? You know, how was the mode? Because to keep up some of the traumatic situations you were both in.
For sure.
Did it go down a level in between takes?
I feel like the key was laughter, even though it turned you into a whole other version of mania. It was extreme, circumstances, and then burst into belly laughs, and then you just look like two mad women.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I think we would pass each other if we weren't actually doing a scene together on a day. We'd pass each other and just have a moment of laughing or hugging
Just
or
come in and being like,
what are we doing?
Yeah.
What is this that we're a part of?
I think my favorite was lunchtime, where you'd just be sitting there and everyone would just be like, you were the lepers. Sure. Don't go sit near them, look at them.
Craft services.
Yeah, exactly.
Is horror, does that help as an actor? Does that help with range, being in a horror film? Because you do have to show so many emotions for both of you?
For sure.
Yeah, for me, I'm it's now become, I feel like acting has become an epic playground. You've gone to the brink of humiliating yourself and playing out the most extreme circumstances that one hopefully never has to entertain and experience. So I feel like now it's, open the playground to a much bigger field.
For sure. And I had a day. Have you seen the film?
I saw it yesterday.
You saw it yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
So when I'm in the elevator and I'm going through the force has come and I'm being possessed. When I shot that scene, I was like, gosh, it's really difficult to do these different beats and have to be scared, but kind of try to make it different each time. And I was like, wow, this is one scene. Lily has to do this for an entire film.
Fight or flight mode.
And I was like, thank God I'm the monster.
Thank God I'm just scary.
I get to play and scare and be like wild and over the top, and poor Lily has to be literally scared for her life and in fight or flight.
The
for
body
like
doesn't
a
know the
couple
difference.
months.
Breath work, the body has no idea. You just all of a sudden start crying and be like, what's happening?
Well, I think both just portrayed the characters with eyes sometimes, just eyes. You were going through your personal family journey and also what you were carrying. You were what you were.
You were
I
what you
don't know
were.
exactly
What
what
you
to
were?
say, but
What
were
was
you
that?
staring? Was that something that you had to hold? Did you treat that as serious as you would an emotional scene with the kids?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to expand upon that.
Yeah.
And finally, were you familiar with the franchise, like the Evil Dead franchise? Were you made to watch the films again? Did Sam come in and give you a pep talk or anything?
I actually hadn't seen the films because I'm a really easy scare.
Sure.
I have a really hard time with horror films, and so you get an audition and you don't really have a lot of time to prepare. A lot of the time you have to get it done within about 24 to 48 hours. So I made my tape, and then when I found out that Lee wanted to have a chat, I was like, I'm going to watch these films because I wasn't familiar with them at all.
Sure.
And then I watched them, I was like, wow, this is like a real thing. This has a huge following.
It does.
There's a lot of pressure on that, you know. It's like, it makes it so much fun, but at the same time, you hope and pray that we're going to live up to everyone's expectations
Think you
and entertain people. Yeah.
Well, I was riveted, not just entertained. Thank you, Alyssa. Great to meet you, and always a pleasure, Lily.
So good to see
It's
you
been great
too.
seeing you grow up on
Yay.
screen, basically.
It's weird, isn't it, that thought?
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.